My name's Dave, and I'm from Canada. A couple of years ago, I was told that I needed a medical procedure, and that I'd be put on a waiting list for about 6 years. I figured, well, I guess that's what I had to deal with, so I was put on the waiting list, and I waited. About a year and a half into it, I started to realize that this is going to be a fairly large portion of my life, so I started researching other opportunities, other places to get it done, even if I had to pay for it myself. And I stumbled across Apollo hospitals in India, and myself, I do a lot of internet research, and I just looked into it for a week straight, and I found out that they're JCI accredited, and that many other Canadians have traveled there for procedures similar to what I needed. And I spoke to my own doctor, and she actually supported my decision to go, and that's when I pretty much put my foot down and said, I'm going to India. Once I got to India, I stayed at a beautiful hotel for a couple days, and then when I arrived here in Apollo Hospital, I was greeted with very warm welcoming from everybody. I've never seen a single person frowning since I've been here. Everybody's very, very friendly. Within 2 days, I ended up having my procedure, and it went very quick. The level of care here is extraordinary in comparison to a lot of other places I've been. Almost every hour you have somebody coming in and asking you if you would like a foot massage, for example, or getting other blood tests done. They're very thorough. A lot of the testing that I had done within a day probably would have taken almost a month to get from where I'm from. So all in all, it was a very good experience. Everybody's very, very friendly here. My doctor, he was extremely professional. He told me everything, the whole step of the way. He, just like everybody else, was extremely friendly. And he wasn't afraid to answer any and all questions that I had. And any time I needed to talk to him, all I had to do was ask one of the nurses around, and he would show up and answer whatever I asked. The whole process of getting registered in the hospital was very fast. The staff is very friendly there. I never encountered any language barriers. All in all, this was a very positive experience. I'm leaving here very happy. I think it was definitely well worth the travel to India, and I got to experience the country. It's a very beautiful country, very nice people, and I'm sure I'll come back. And I'd recommend this to anybody else who is facing the same issues as me. My family members, friends, I'd recommend it to anybody.